Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's talk about it, and let's talk some Dogecoin right now. And a lot of people out there wondering, is the rally done? Is Dogecoin done moving? And when will this rally continue? If we are seeing a little bit of a pause in what's going on for Doge, I want to break that all down and trying to shift a little bit away from news articles and numbers and all that stuff, because I think right now when we talk 2025, 2026 trading, it's more about just kind of the emotions behind crypto and what we're doing on a daily basis. And yeah, the quick news headlines are great, and but they just don't move the needle. I think that in the end of the day, the goal from cryptocurrency is to allow crypto to make us wealthier. This is not just for fun, okay? And this is not financial advice. But I'm going to start shifting a little bit more so away from kind of the BS out there and just giving you guys some of my more honest opinions when we do talk crypto. So let's do it. Let's talk some Dogecoin. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so right now. Let's talk some crypto. And like I said, guys, these are my opinions, not financial advice. Okay, so let's get down into it. And this is going to be something where we look into the Doge bull run being over. Okay, like I said, I'll give you my opinions and not so much this analyst, and we'll just play off of kind of what they have to say, and also looking at the options that we are seeing within Doge. And we saw an $812 million option spike that I do want to shed some light on. Okay, so we are going to talk about what Doge is doing on the day. We were pumping for a couple, I guess you would say, probably about 72 hours in that window. Within that time frame, Doge was doing exceedingly well. And now as we look at it, we're dropping it down 4.5% right now as I'm recording. So still hovering around that 20 cents level, whereas we look over the past week, a lot of consolidation that we have had. You know, we're in that 18 to 20 cents band. And if you guys watch my stuff, when we were trading around the 20 to 26 cents, that's the zone, in my opinion, that, well, 20 cents really and below is the zone that I kind of look to and really start raising my eye when we want to see what exactly is going on. Okay, 20 to 23, that's kind of where I'm comfortable. And then also 23 to 26, it's kind of that make or break zone. And then 27 and above, that's the go zone for what Doge is doing on the charts if we want to talk about a more sustained bullish outbreak. Okay, that's how I play it. So right now, as we do trade below 20 cents, just slightly, it's not enough to kind of, get up in arms about and get really reactionary, I guess you would say, because for what I'm doing right now, as we wrap up October and get deeper into Q4 of 2025, we're just kind of waiting for that next push. And I think that as you look at the 4-year cycles within crypto, that kind of tells more of the whole story, I think, within what we've seen with this transition from government basically being anti-crypto to now the crypto stronghold of the world, and what we're looking to do, not just from a governmental regulation standpoint, but also from the standpoint of just, I guess you'd say, the involvement. Okay, you basically go from 0 to 100. And there's a lot of moving parts in that. And I think that's what we're getting through right now. And not only that, we're in a government shutdown. So that's probably the reason why we're seeing all of this volatility kind of derail what we were doing in this move that we had going on the last couple months. Okay, so I want to get into these data points and articles. And I do talk about my affiliated exchange. This is BITUNIX. Okay, and this is the exchange I trade on. I'd love to find a way to share my trades with you guys and what I'm doing in the more shorter term windows within crypto. But BITUNIX is a very, very good platform, the one that I use personally. And it's one that I do have a link down below. If you want to get a 25% bonus to your futures account, start trading on BITUNIX. Okay, just make sure it's right for you, where you're located, and understand their terms and conditions, and do all of your research and due diligence. That's the key behind trading anything with leverage. It's very risky and volatile. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys in that. I do want to talk more so about leverage trading and the derivatives out there, as we have seen $812 million in options that has essentially came to the rescue of Dogecoin as we want to defend that 20 cents level that I've talked about. Okay, and this isn't, I'm not some PhD crypto student. I've been trading crypto for multiple years, and you'll see this out here. Okay, and this is from very pretty much when my thoughts align with what I'm hearing in the market. It's not always a good thing, to be honest. I kind of in some form or fashion like to fade a lot of the analysts out there, but in this regard, when my viewpoints are kind of similar in what I'm viewing right now, that's a good thing in my personal opinion, because I think I've been pretty spot on with the movement that Dogecoin has been doing in what I'm trading. Okay, and like I talked about, 20 cents is kind of that cliff. Okay, anything below that, we start getting bearish. 20 to 23 cents, very comfortable pattern and range for Doge. And then also, as you look at this chart right here, you can see the drop off right around that 23 cents, where that's kind of the 23 to 26 cents window where we make or break. And that's why we saw these sharp red candles, because that's where we had that cliff and failed to break out from that level. Okay, so it's always been 30 cents. That psychological barrier has been strong. It's going to be something that we're going to have to try retesting over and over and over again. And unfortunately, Dogecoin is a meme coin. So unless something does happen, I shouldn't say it is, because it's a multi-billion dollar crypto. It trades like a meme coin. Okay, there's no actual really tangible utility like we see with a lot of the top 25 cryptos. There's no applications. In some discussions, yes, we can apply Doge to our everyday lives, but what I'm talking about, it's nothing that's going to cause a chain reaction and flurry of institutional involvement and people buying in, outside of just the common meme coin practices. So it's going to move more so on the macro. And I think that as we see a lot of these cryptos get to become too cheap, this is what I'm talking about, as we've seen, just like in this story here, $815 million or $812 million in options volume. Okay. And this is speculative upside plays. Now, a lot of this is on Binance, OKX, and we have seen the long short ratio above 2.5. Okay. So if you look into this, this is something where we are still looking at a lower than expected value. And we talk about the peak participation overall within leverage traders, but still the longs are more dominant than the shorts. And that's kind of where we look into this continuation if we want to build up some buying pressure and look into a breakout. So the end all be all is, will Dogecoin go up? Guys, nobody has that crystal ball. I'd love to tell you in this video, Dogecoin will be $1 on December 31st of 2025. Okay, kick off the new year. Doesn't work that way. You got to put into work every single day. If you find advantages and edges within the charts, then we strike. But for me, it's a long play. Doge is one of my long plays that I do believe in outside of just meme coin practices. I do believe in it for the long haul. Okay. And if you do kind of find yourself wondering, is this bull run even over? Has it even started? I think that when we look into the potential, just like in this article, okay, when will it rally again? I do kind of align myself with what we've seen in these 4-year cycles that you're seeing right now on your screen, okay, 2017, 2021, and I do think there will be a little bit more of a delay as we do look for the 4-year trend in 2025, just albeit because of the government shutdown and just that very volatile, rocky shift and transition from Biden to Trump. It moves all the needles, and it's just going to basically be the deterrent. I think that when we were looking for this market to just kind of take off here in 2024. So if we do look into it being maybe 2 to 4 months away, I could see that. I think that when we talk about the Dogecoin ETFs, and also we've been kind of quiet on Elon Musk front, which is never really a good thing, but it's also kind of not a bad thing either, because when that does happen, I don't really like it. I like the more sustained organic growth. Like give me 40 cents being the new 20 cents for Dogecoin. Don't give me 40 cents because Elon Musk tweeted something, and the next thing you know, everybody and their brothers just longing Dogecoin and playing essentially rich man hot potato to see who can hold the most Doge before it dumps. Okay. That's just my thoughts on the matter. So I wanted to share that with all you guys. I do like talking about the range that we are trading in. That's kind of, I think, on a daily, more important than any numbers, right? And I'm just sharing with you guys the data that I use to make my own decisions. You do with it what you must. It's not financial advice. I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell crypto. But those are just my thoughts on Dogecoin for today, okay? Appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you for a couple minutes of your time. If you haven't subscribed, do so now. Also, you can find me on X. The link is down below in the description. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.